Sieber and Stanley define socially sensitive research as studies in which there are potential consequences or implications, either directly for the participants in the research or for the class of individuals represented by the research. Research looking at group behaviour has the potential to be socially sensitive. For example, a study looking at prejudiced attitudes towards immigrants might perpetuate prejudiced views. Psychologists also need to consider where the funding for their research is coming from and how their research will be used. For example, funding for the Zimbardo prison simulation experiment came from the military. Research could be used by the military as a form of social control. Psychologists need to consider whether their research can be used to restrict individual choice. Research showing a biological basis for aggression or criminal behaviour is socially sensitive, as it has implications for society. If biological factors are involved in aggression and criminality, it suggests that individuals are not responsible for their actions. This leads to the question of whether people should be criminalised for their behaviour that is outside of their control. It also means that biological markers can be used to identify those people who are at risk of aggressive or criminal behaviour, and some groups might want to control those individuals as a preventative measure. This is an ethical issue. Research that looks at differences between certain races, cultures or genders is socially sensitive, as it can lead to the labelling of certain groups in society. For example, research looking at differences in IQ or mental disorders between different races is socially sensitive, as it has the potential to offend people and also could lead to increased racism. Child psychology also carries out socially sensitive research. For example, studying how parenting style affects attachment type is socially sensitive, as it could lead to parents being blamed for insecure attachments in their children. Research into daycare is socially sensitive, especially if it highlights negative effects, as it may lead to parents feeling guilty about going to work and leaving their children in daycare. If you want to get more of my revision materials, you can buy my revision guides on Amazon for both the EdXL and AQA A-level specifications. You can also get resources on psychologydon.com. And if you want some lighter reading, you can buy my young adult paranormal romance Infusion on Amazon.